couple of days away, Danielle and I wanted to share with you some fun, easy treats because you know you're probably going to have to bring treats either to your kids' school or you might be having friends over for a Halloween get-together. We've got some of our favorite treats that are really, really easy to make and very festive.
Yep.
So one of the first ones is pumpkin seed brittle.
Which is great if your kids are allergic to peanuts or if you have a peanut-free school.
Right, like
this is something, right, exactly. This is something you can bring.
So we're going to mix 1 cup of sugar and then half a cup of water. And we're going to have this whole recipe on the site.
Yeah.
It's just water. And then we're going to put a pinch of salt, which is important to include in this, and we're going to mix it and we're going to put it on the stove. And what you do is you heat it on moderate heat until it starts to
thicken and reduce.
Yeah, reduce, boil down, and it gets into like about 12 minutes, and it gets into a thick syrupy kind of consistency, and then you're going to put the pumpkin seeds in there.
Yes.
So it's going to end up looking like this.
And it looks like a syrup.
It is, yeah. So, and then after you put the pumpkin seeds in there, you continue to cook it, and it's going to caramelize and melt down a little bit more. And once you get it into like a really thicker consistency, it's basically done. It's about 15 minutes in total, and then you're just going to spread it out on a cookie sheet. Pull it back as you're doing it. So yep,
there you
perfect.
Go. Ooh,
and then you just mix it around a little bit so that you know.
Can I use my hands?
Yeah, you can totally use your hands. It'll be a little bit warm, so you might want to use a spoon just to even out the pumpkin seeds in there, and then basically after you get it flattened, you just let it cool, and then
you have pumpkin seed brittle.
Yep, and you can. Here you
Thank
go.
you.
And then it's great because you can just serve it on a plate and bring it again to school, or I like to put it in little boxes and you can give it to your neighbors and to friends. But there it is.
The finished product.
And it's so good.
Yeah.
It's sweet and caramelly, and we didn't, and
and
it's
really
so
easy. You can't mess it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good, right?
Oh, it is good.
Crunchy.
Yeah.
And it was so easy. And we're putting the whole recipe on yumgloss.com. So you can find it there.
Next, we're making donut hole eyeballs, which are very spooky and very sweet.
Yeah,
a
fun
big hit.
to make.
Yeah.
The kids love them.
Oh, yeah.
We're basically just taking plain donut holes.
And then melting some white chocolate chips.
Yep, take about half a cup to a cup of white chocolate chips, and you can either put them in a double boiler to melt them or stick them in the microwave for about 30 seconds to a minute.
So after you have your white chocolate melted, you just roll the donut in it. And then you freeze it, right?
You put it in the freezer for about 15 minutes just so that the icing gets hard so it's easier to work with. And then you take your bloody icing, which the kids also love. You can just squiggle little eyes. And then to finish it off, you just put a teeny drop of icing on the M&M so that you can get it to stick on a brown M&M for the pupil. And there you go. And then
put together, they are really creepy. Your bloodshot donut hole eyeballs. And you can put them on the stick or just leave them like this because they're actually way creepier as just
so you have to pick
eyeballs.
them up, finger foods.
Exactly. As if you're eating an eyeball.
Yes. So much fun. And we're going to have these recipes also on yumgloss.com. Okay, so we're moving on from sweets, and we're making a veggie dip that's called carrot finger food, which is so easy. Again, if you're having a party, it's just a fun way to liven up your dip.
Yeah, and it's still spooky.
Yes,
but
very
healthier.
spooky. It's all about spooky. So basically, we're just going to take carrots that we've already peeled.
Right.
And we're just going to dab a little bit. I'm just going to use my fingers. Put a little bit of cream cheese as our glue. And then we're going to stick an almond slice at the top to make fingernails. And we're just going to garnish the bowls with them. I also like to take the dip and fill them in mini pumpkins just because I think it's festive and fun. All right. And then we're just going to arrange them like fingernails, spooky. And then that's literally it. You can serve them with baby carrots, celery, any crudité that you like, and that's it. So easy. And again, we'll have the recipe on Yumgloss, but this one's pretty easy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so for our last Halloween treat, we're making a beverage, which is so easy. It's called goblin juice.
And basically, it's just soda.
Yeah. We've got pink grapefruit soda here, but you can use blood orange soda or
green
what
apple.
I think is great is the green apple that's really neon green.
Right.
And we're just decorating it, basically adding some flair with some gummy worms. So we basically need to take a couple, put a few at the bottom of each one, and hang some off the edge.
Oh, yeah.
They're coming off. And that's it.
And we have some little taste testers.
We're going to try our treats that we made today and
Yep.
tell us what they think.
Yep.
So, Jack and Jaden and Cynthia, come on out.
on.
Let's test these treats.